be here with you today. And I was very excited when I was asked to serve on the Global Leadership Forum Advisory Board. And the main reason is my sense that we are truly at a moment in history where engineering has an opportunity to make a tremendous difference as we move forward. There's so much going on in the world, both from an infrastructure perspective, from an environmental perspective, dealing with climate change, that the opportunity to be part of a group that is really harnessing the expertise and energy of leaders across the globe is just it's a great thing to be doing right now. And I think that the way that FIDIC has approached this, by having the GLF and the advisory group in particular be divided into what we're calling think tanks, where we get to participate in areas that we're passionate about, but then we'll be able to collectively share all of our ideas and what we see looking forward into engineering. So it's an exciting time. It's something that I think it's just very, very important right now that we be focused on how we're going to improve our planet, basically. I think that Zoom calls and Teams calls are great ways to begin to establish relationships. But ultimately, if there is a large-scale project that we're all trying to team together to work on, I think ultimately you have to go there. I think as an engineer, it's to design 100% remotely is it's probably not what we want to be doing ultimately. So I think up to a point. Yes, the technology we have now is a great way to establish what are the goals, where are we trying to get to, who are the players on the team. But I think sooner or later we all have to get in a room and really roll up our sleeves and get to work. I think that, again, as I just said, the issues, and think of engineers as problem solvers. That's, I think, ultimately what we are. And for many of us, the bigger the problem, the more we enjoy the challenge of solving it. But when you have large-scale infrastructure projects or problems that you're working towards resolving, it's not just engineers that can lead it. The funding has to come from somewhere. Obviously, they have to be built. And, I think that the partnerships have to expand in order to be able to make the kind of difference that we want to make right now. I think very much so. I don't think any of us would have said we were willing to serve if we didn't have a pretty good idea that this is the direction we would head. Especially, there are people who are, I'm not going to go into naming names, but CEOs of major global corporations that are excited to be serving with this group because of the opportunity to actually make a difference. And for me, seeing that, pretty much it is a fairly diverse group on the advisory board, and everyone was able to sign up for a think tank group that kind of got their juices going and were ready to get to work.